5 soldiers. Think for that time 5 soldiers.
A couple of months ago, a friend of mine came to me and said that he was getting divorced. I was taken aback. I mean, these two were the best pair in the college who almost courted for 6 long years before they got married. And what happened in the past 3 years of marriage, which made them think about even separation? What had happened in the past 3 years that had actually made them think about separation? They had courted for 6 long years, my friends, to understand each other better. But what happened to all that understanding in the past 3 years of marriage? Dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests, welcome to the real world of marriage. Welcome to the real world of marriage, where the shoes do not walk to the closets themselves, and the hairs are always on the sink. Those little white spots always cover the mirror. This is a world where the arguments center on which way the toilet paper should come off, whether the lid should be up or down. In this world, a look can hurt, and a word can crush. Intimate lovers can become enemies, and marriage could battlefield. One same friend of mine told about his fiancée that time that he could not conceive of doing anything to her that hurts her. His only desire is to make her happy, and he will do anything to make her happy. Such obsession gives us a false sense that the human nature of egocentric nature has been eradicated, and we become sort of Mother Teresa, who is willing to give anything for the benefit of the other person. This thinking is fanciful. Not that we are insincere in what we think and feel, but we are unrealistic. When the experience of falling in love has subsided, we come back to the real world and begin to assert ourselves. He expresses his desires, but his desires are different from hers. He wishes to buy Ford Fiesta, but she says, no Hyundai Verna. She says she wants to visit her parents, but he says he doesn't like spending so much of time with the family. He says he won't watch cricket, but she says he loves cricket more than he loves her. Then what happens? A tug of war between wives and pencils. Little by little, the illusion of intimacy evaporates, and the actual desires, thoughts, and behavior pattern begin to assert themselves. When the wave of emotions has subsided, we come back to the real world and ask ourselves so many times, why did we get married? We don't agree on anything. Yet, in the height of the in-loveness, we thought we agreed on everything. Does it mean that when we have been tricked into a marriage by the false illusion of love, we are left with only 2 options? That we have the journey with our spouse with all lots of wrong feelings in our mind, or we jump the gun and get separated. The research says there's a third and a better way, wherein we accept that the in-love experience that we had in the past was an emotional high, and try to pursue real love with the spouses. This type of love, my friends, needs a lot of efforts and discipline. This type of love is emotional, it's not obsession. I told my friend, try to rebuild the relationship with his wife by giving lots of effort, and gave him a suggestion what Dr. Chapman has given in his book called as 5 Love Languages. He says the 5 love languages any person can understand or any person can have in his life. One is the words of affirmation. The second is the quality time. The third is the gifts. The fourth is the acts of service. And the fifth is physical touch. Words of affirmation. Mark Twain once said, he could live 2 months on a good compliment. If we take Mark Twain literally, then 6 good compliments a year can keep his emotional levels at a operationally high level. But believe me, our spouses require more. So I told my friend, appreciate the wife more often. Tell her how beautiful a cook she is. The second love language is the quality time. By quality time, I mean the undivided time. Just the 2 of them. Sit in a restaurant, face to each other. No telephones, no TV. Just 20 minutes a week. That will build the 2 of them more closer towards each other. Third, gifts. Who doesn't like to receive gifts? Wives love them. Give her gifts as much as possible. It actually surprises her. It keeps her happy. It makes her feel closer to you. The fourth is acts of service. One day, before she comes from the office, make sure you clean the house. That may take her as surprise. She may not show it, but she actually will love that. And the last love language is physical touch. Hold hands while walking. That actually gives the other person security. Raymond Bell, a Canadian playwright, once said, all marriages are happy. It's the living together afterwards creates trouble. We all try to follow the suggestions by Gary Chapman and try to build up our relationship. I'm sure we'll have less strained relationships and less broken marriages. Thank you.